What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Kid Max, and today we got another one. Or officially, this is our first, new series this year. I was supposed to drop some videos last year, but I only dropped a few. But we back, man. Guys, it's just important that we talk about this, man. Like, at the end of the day, all this is about really is just me doing what I can to make sure all this is about. I just want you guys to know, like, this is history that's about to be made, man. When it comes to Lonzo Ball and the Bulls, it's about to be historic. Is all I have to say, really. When it comes to Lonzo Ball and the Bulls, that's all it's gonna be, guys. It's gonna be something that we know already. We already know, like. We already know, man. We already know. The ones who've been following. I just watched a really dope video from a brother named Intellectual. What's it called? Intellectually Honest. That's the video I just watched. And basically, he really broke it down when it came to Lonzo. And just the whole situation in regards to people really like just not wanting to understand it, not really just not getting it, like, and it's getting tiring having to defend him all the time, his talent, and I'd even say, like, it's gotten to the point, just like that brother mentioned, a lot of people, and just to give clarity, I know I might sound a little ramble right now, but my channel, guy, isn't going to be based on stats, guys. It's not based on stats. I bring stats into the fold during the season. But this is my preseason analysis. This is how I kind of go about judging the teams in the process based on what I already believe in their potential. And once the first 10 games start, that's how I judge these teams, and I go from there. You know what I'm saying? I go from there based on coaching, small things, because in this life we have to trust our own insight. And I study the game differently, man. And there's things that I've seen that happened that if I had spoke on it, some of you guys would know that I spoke on it, but some of you guys don't know, because I spend a lot of my time in the chat section. I spend a lot of my time in the NBA streams online. And anybody that knows about these NBA streams online, you guys know there's a lot of people there. And I've spoken a lot of things to fruition, I spent a lot of time speaking about the Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball connection. There was something in me that just told me that they were going to connect, potentially, especially after witnessing Lonzo's challenges in New Orleans. So, seeing him, I don't know what it was. I can't really say what it was exactly that made me believe they were going to link up, but it was just something in the atmosphere that made me believe they were going to link up. And this video here is really, because I'm gonna make 2 other videos about LaMelo and Jello, but I wanted to go ahead and spend some time, like, and really get my thoughts on Lonzo out. Like, I think he's gonna be one of the best point guards to ever be in the game. I think it's only a matter of time before his play style really is spread throughout the league in its own way, like, because it's already happened, and I'm just here, I'm really here trying to make sure I put these videos out, a couple videos out right now, just for history, because a lot of new fans have been coming in, a lot of people have been seeing the game, and of course LaMelo's brought a lot of people in, Jello's brought a lot of people in, and it's just, the thing about it is, anybody that's really been following this whole situation, we know deep down inside our hearts that this thing is going to get bigger than life once these boys get on the same team, right? See, the thing about me is, I've never believed Big Baller Brand was dead. Never. Right? I feel like it had some challenging moments. It had some ups and downs and whatnot, but it's never been dead. And what's gonna happen? And again, guys, like I said, I'm also going to be starting a podcast soon. know, if you're interested, reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? I do plan on reaching out to certain people, but I do plan on starting a podcast. It's going to be called the Hot Take Podcast, and basically, it's all for hot takes. This is for just trust your intuition and going with predictions that you see based on the game. Because a lot of us have predictions and we don't trust them because of stats and stuff like that. But sometimes, if you've played sports before, if you've lived in that world in any kind of way, you know that there's always a nuance to everything. And there's a thin line to all these things that happen. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? That's what we know. So when it comes to Big Baller Brand, guys, I personally believe there's a lot more at play here. As we know, I think it was last week, Lonzo did his deposition, his first deposition hearing, and I think Allen did this as well. I'm not going to speak too much on that right now. I'm going to wait for more information to come out, just because I try to be as objective as possible. Even though if you're asking my opinion off my intuition, I think that I don't think like anybody from the football family is going to be like guilty or anything like that. I think it might become a situation, if what I think is true. This is what I think is true. And I know I'm kind of getting off topic just a little bit, but this is just kind of an episode for me to really talk about Lonzo a little bit, his situation and what's going on with him and just certain things around him. I'll do 2 other videos with talking about Jello and LaMelo. But here's the thing, and this is about the whole family, obviously, but here's the thing. I personally believe it's a possibility that, maybe both sides are at fault in some way. Possibly. And the only reason why I say that is because anybody that was looking at the whole family situation in the beginning, if you're being honest with yourself, that LeVar was dealing with a lot, bro. Especially with Tina being injured, having her stroke. And I feel like it put a lot of extra pressure on LeVar with the family, because I think he ended up taking on more responsibility than he normally takes on. And I think because anybody that knows from the beginning, we know that LeVar was the boys' trainer, right? And Tina was their tutor at school. So they had a plan. Tina and LeVar had a vision with how they were going to spend their time and how they were going to ultimately raise the boys and deal with certain things, right? And I feel like once Tina got injured, when she got her stroke, I think everything that they had already planned to do just became a little bit more challenging for LeVar to manage, plus dealing with the boys' emotions. Because we all know LeVar is a good father and everything like that, but he does have a streak. He's a Scorpio, so he can be controlling, and he can be extremely passionate and direct. I'm a Scorpio, so I can relate to LeVar, and that's why I know Lonzo has dog in him because he's a Scorpio. Jello got dog in him because he's a Scorpio. LaMelo's a Virgo, so that's why he is the way he is. He's got dog in him as well, and that's why he has, his personality the way he does. I have family that's Virgos in certain ways like that, so that's why the family knows how to deal with him. They know his true intentions and stuff like that because they know his character, his personality. But ultimately, I say all this to say that I think LeVar got a little overwhelmed, just a little bit. I think he still did it really well. I think that he still overcame really well. I just think that he got overwhelmed just a little bit, and I think it caused him to potentially overlook certain things that the kids were trying to communicate at the time. That when they, and I think they just didn't understand it to a certain extent as well, and so I think LeVar just didn't listen to them as much as he could have listened to them potentially. But ultimately, the boys chose what they chose. LeVar let them choose what they chose for a reason. Because I believe that they're really gonna do something behind the scenes. As we see, Jello still rocking the brand. there's a lot going on right now with the whole Hornet situation. I gotta dig into that a little bit more to get some perspective, a little bit more perspective. I'ma still hold out and believe in the best that it's gonna work out. But either way, I believe it's gonna work out for Jello. I'ma think, if anything, like I said, bro, this is big news. You guys, we gotta understand how big this is in regards to this whole situation with the Ball family. Like, it's just been understated for a long time. So people right now may not have complete understanding of the potential behind the scenes stuff, you know. But and I apologize if I'm sounding kind of random, guys. This is my first video where I'm really about to just let it all out for a little bit, just let a little bit of it out. And I honestly just feel like I said, I really believe Big Baller Brand is gonna come back. Okay, it just is what it is. And I think here's the truth that nobody wants to speak about because they just don't want to give Lonzo credit. Big Baller Brand, I mean, if but LaMelo can't do it because he's got Puma. He can do a Puma collab, but I don't think that's coming right now because he still hasn't even dropped his first shoe. You know what I'm saying? The Puma collab, the BBB collab may not even come for like the 5th shoe. Depending on, because we don't know the real relationship situation that these boys are in mentally with their father in regards to business. Doesn't mean that they're against him. We're already past all that. They're definitely aligned with their dad, but they're in their growing up stages right now. And we just saw that Lonzo dropped a brand called Exotic, right? Shout out to, I think I got that information from Ball Facts on Instagram. And like, they're influencing each other, the brothers. They're inspiring each other, okay? Don't think for one second that Lonzo Ball hasn't been in the league seeing his influence. He's seen his influence. It's been 3 years. Okay, for crying out loud, you got Montrezl Harrell out here creating a shoe. Shout out to Montrezl Harrell. Those shoes look hard, you know? But let's not act like, let's really think about it. We know Lonzo has seen his influence by now. At some point he's had to have seen that him and his family were ahead of something. And to be quite frank with you, I feel like he saw that from the beginning. I think, again, the internal issues with Alan Foster, the family, LeVar getting a little overwhelmed, Lonzo being overwhelmed, being the first kid to be in the game with his own shoe. That's a lot of pressure. And then you add the peer pressure onto that by everybody saying the shoe is ugly, and which is really just people, the mass media, the mass market of people just adjusting to what an independent product looks like from the ground up. That's really the truth. Okay, that's really what it was. The logo, excuse me. A lot of people were talking about the logo being ugly and all these things, but the truth is they were just not used to seeing the logo from the independent market space being compared to a Nike or Adidas. Plus, if we're talking about the aesthetics, which is what I'm getting into when I get into the marketing, the Big Baller Brand logo has different aesthetics. It was the only it's the only sports logo. When you look at the sports logo from Under Armour, Adidas, Nike to Puma, okay? It's the only one that has color in its branding. See, I'm breaking down some real shit for y'all. Because sometimes people don't know why they react to things the way they react to things. If they're not aware of the other stuff that goes into marketing. Just different things that make you accustomed to certain things. But the Big Baller Brand logo was the first logo in the sports logo that made it mainstream. That's, you see, they're pretty much up there now. Even if they're not as competitive as those other brands yet, because they haven't proven their competitiveness with their sneakers, but they've proven their competitiveness with their market share, and they've proven their competitiveness with their sports athletes because they have 3 Ball brothers under their name, even though they're not all signed right now. It still goes to the credit of the Big Baller Brand. It is what it is. Okay. The only reason why people don't want to give credit to the Big Baller Brand is because they just don't prospectively know how to judge an independent brand truly. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Okay. Because if you notice, like, even the boys, they had an issue with rocking the brand in the beginning, and it was because of peer pressure. It was because of peer pressure, you know what I'm saying? Because anything that you create yourself, over time, you begin to love it. That's why they start to rock the brand. They were rocking it. We started to see their styles come out live with their own brand. You started to see Lonzo rocking it a certain way. You started to see LaMelo wearing certain stuff a certain amount all the time, and then you start to see Jello wearing certain stuff all the time. That's what happened. But they were meant to go through this challenge right now with Alan Foster. Like, bring that back up because Lonzo just had his deposition hearing, or the first one. And all that stuff with Alan Foster, all the fog, it has to be cleared out. It has to be cleared out in order for them to move forward into the true big baller vision. I'm not going to forget about the vision. A lot of people have kind of let it go because there's nothing really for us to hold on to as much as before. A lot of people think that we're just holding on to a dream, but it's not. It's bigger than a dream. It's a vision based on what we saw happen and based on the kids still. Like, I think there was a photo of Lonzo Ball throwing, and I think this was AB the Hero who mentioned it. Shout out to AB the Hero. But there was a video of Lonzo Ball throwing the pitch, and I think he may have had the Big Baller Brand shoe on, the casual Big Baller Brand shoes. But I don't know for sure. But either way, this is just my intuition, guys. Lonzo, I think I seen a video with Flight Sports, and he was talking about how he thinks that Lonzo's gonna get a shoe deal this year, and I think so. I think he's gonna get an offer this year, but I'm not sure if he's gonna take. This is the only reason why I see them taking any outside money, bro, is if they're really trying to front bill for these legal fees and stuff like that. I'm sure, like, a lot of people don't know about the terminology broke on a higher level, but you can have a lot of money and still be dealing with a lot of bills. So it's possible that they're taking this extra money, or they took this time, these couple years, this year and a half, to really just reorganize things to financially, so that they can have a chance to really start afresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they needed to get more of a working relationship, a better working relationship with LeVar. Who knows? I feel like LeVar was trying his best during the early stages, but the kids maybe just didn't see the vision at the time. But either way, I just believe the brand is coming back. I believe that it's just going to be different than how we expected in regards to all three of them rocking it at the same time. It's just going to be a different timeline. A lot of people are speculating that it's potential, like the reason why Jello might not be playing is because of him rocking the shoes and stuff during pictures and stuff. But I feel like the situation with Jello is just staying low key. He's been low key during the whole process. I feel like he's had insight during this whole process before we even saw the footage of him, or before we even saw him in Summer League. I believe he knew some things, and it's just like, you always just gotta keep things under wraps a little bit, and I think it's such a big deal for him to get on the team that he's just laying low right now. I think his whole team, I think the whole Big Baller Brand team, the marketing team, they've already done as much promotion as they need to do to show his value to the market, to the team. And he's shown his own value by playing, right? So I think right now it's like the silent test of loyalty, the silent test of see, like, if LeVar and the boys, if everybody, everybody's gonna always get tested in this world. It doesn't matter how many times you prove yourself. So I think right now it's potentially just another stage of silent time for the family to kind of let the teams do their organizing behind the scenes, because there's a lot that goes on. We know there's trades that happen last minute. There's things that happen, man, in the league, and so yeah, I still believe that Jello will be on an NBA team. I want to believe that he's going to be on the Hornets. I still believe he's going to be on the Hornets, but I've been seeing a lot of speculations. I got to check out some of these videos. I saw DKM drop a video yesterday or something like that, talking about Jello's NBA opportunity in regards to the Hornets is potentially in jeopardy. I gotta watch that video. Shout out to DKM for being consistent and doing what he does. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to drop this video. I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit. This video is really primarily about Lonzo, though, and this video is just for history. I'm gonna be back during the season, okay, and that's when I'm gonna be analyzing every game. I'll be analyzing the stats and different things like that, and I'll be analyzing the season overall and these other teams compared to the Bulls and the Hornets. But I just honestly believe Lonzo's going to be considered officially a top 3 point guard this year, just based off of sheer impact. Like, there's going to still be some resistance because we don't know how people are going to adjust to his adjustments of his game. I know in my heart that he's going to, because after last year, we saw him finally start to drive to the basket more. I think he finally broke that curse that was on him last year. He had like this negative energy on him in regards to not being able to finish his layups. And sometimes when you're in your head too much, it really can mess you up. So we saw it mess up his shot. Yes, his shot wasn't the most consistent, but he had a lot of negativity in his head, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to break that. Right? He had to actually evolve the shot to make it work. Because the thing about this game is it's all energy, man. You know, Lonzo still has the advantage energetically, where he's still unknown. He's still a relatively unknown person to the league. He's known, but he's still kind of unknown in regards to his potential. So he still has a lot of opportunity to take you by surprise. And that first year, his playing with the Lakers and stuff like that, those of us who were paying attention got to see him take advantage of people not knowing, but we also got to see people take advantage of, because sometimes you don't have to know if somebody's good. Like, cause I'm talking about it from a sports perspective, right? Because you're talking about offense and defense, right? There's multiple sports. Some sports, the players play both defense and offense, and some sports, the players only play offense or defense. But in every sport, there's offense and defense. And in every side of the ball, there's unknown, right? So when you're a wide receiver and you're running, that cornerback doesn't know where you're gonna go, and you don't know how they're going to anticipate you. But there are certain things that you do know going in that can help you have an advantage mentally. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so for example, when we saw Lonzo ball, I think it was his first game, and we saw the Patrick Beverley situation. That was Patrick Beverley using the unknown energy for his advantage. And instead of saying, okay, I don't know how he's gonna be, everybody's saying he's trash, so I'm gonna treat him like he's trash, right? And that's what he did. And because Lonzo Ball was, when you hear these thoughts from people spiritually, man, you start to believe it too. So that's why he fell. He was taken off guard, but but his leadership didn't stop because of his training and because of his core beliefs, right? And I think they even won that game potentially, or if they lost by like a little bit, right? Because Lonzo that was just a big deal, and he got put out of the element. But then the next game, I think, was Phoenix, and that's when he came back, right? And nobody paid attention to that game. And nobody even paid attention to really the rest of the season after that first game with Patrick Beverley. It was almost like after Patrick Beverley did that, it just smeared the whole season in regards to people's just ability to view what Lonzo brought to the game. That's just what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because that energy with Big Baller Brand was so big and it was so polarizing that people just didn't see all the details. Not even us. Not even those who were following from the beginning. That's how big it was. You know, a lot of us in the beginning missed the Alan Foster situation because we couldn't really. A lot of us went on the inside, but those of us who were close enough, like I believe his name was I think his channel now is called Pastor Bishop Ramon, but he had a channel in the past, like a couple years ago, called Barbershop Talks, and I know some of y'all remember Barbershop Talks. And he was the first one to call out Alan Foster for, at least in his eyes, being unprofessional. And that was the first time we ever heard anything negative about Alan. But at the time, you know, the brand was building so fast, and those of us on the ground that was supporting the brand wanted to see it succeed so bad that I think a lot of us just ignored that just a little bit because we didn't know. Because not a lot of us didn't get as close as Barbershop Talk that got to the situation, because he was trying to interview people and he was sending information back and forth. So he's done correspondence with Alan. You know, he gave that testimony of his correspondence with Alan. So, you know, it's just interesting to see all this stuff come to fruition. Like I said, I believe Big Baller Brand is still alive in effect. I think they just have to get this legal situation really in order before the boys can rock it again. And I think a big part of the plan was to let the boys do what they gotta do to get this money into the crib for the family while we stack up and while we salvage the brand that we did build. You know what I'm saying? Because if they had continued with the bad business situations and the unknowns that they were dealing with, if there would be no brand right now, because they were dealing with some hard stuff. But because they stopped it and they're kind of, I just believe they're reorganizing it. And I think I think like the boys doing everything they're doing, deep down inside, like in LeVar Ball's mind, it's all Big Baller Brand stuff anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like LaMelo doing his own thing is Big Baller Brand. You know, that's one of the, if you guys remember, that's also a threat of Big Baller Brand, because no other sports company really speaks about it like this, right? They don't say, hey, you can rock, we want you to sign and rock with our shoes. What's up, Athletic One? What's up, brother? Oh, wow, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being on my live. You're the first one here, bro. If you want to get on, let me know, bro. We can chop it up a little bit. I got to figure out how to add the live, but if you want to get on, let me know in the comments, bro, and I'll add. Let me go ahead and try to find the stream, matter of fact. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Athletic One, bro. Shout out to I love the Abby, dog. You know what I'm saying? Keep believing in yourself, bro. You feel me? And don't stop, man. I fuck with your commentary, bro. I'm gonna make sure I find your channel too. I'm gonna subscribe once I'm done with this live on here. But yeah, to get back to what I was saying, bro, like real shit though, like I really believe like the brand's gonna come back, bro. The brand's gonna come back. The family is just reorganizing right now. They're in a deep stage of reorganization. Like I've said it before, when Tina comes back, it's gonna really be a wrap. But it's not meant for her to come back into the circuit right now. She's gotta heal and focus on being that anchor for the family again. But ultimately, guys, Lonzo's gonna be known as a top 3-point guard this year. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Athletic One, bro. Lonzo's gonna be a top 3-point guard this year. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I really believe that, you know, LeVar did make some mistakes himself, but I think that ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't big enough for the family to leave him, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was big enough though, the situation, not because of LeVar, like, oh, because he failed, but because of just everything being so big. They need to take time to scale back. It was getting too big, like the way, because it's gonna be, that's what I'm saying, like it's gonna be so big, the Big Baller, because, oh, thank you, Spirit, that's what I wanted to remember. So the thing about the Big Baller brand is, the reason why it's gonna be extra big is not only because it's unique in its market space, because it's the first independent sports, well, not the first, Under Armour technically is really the first for me. When I remember witnessing Under Armour's growth before Steph Curry, and I can say I saw them come up. I mean, I wouldn't say they're independent, like they probably have backers and stuff like that. I mean, but compared to other markets like Adidas and Nike, I got to see Under Armour technically be a little independent. Like I remember seeing them being in the segment shops in sports, big sporting goods, in different spaces like that before they were really big. People were not supporting Under Armour. Y'all remember that? Under Armour actually, if I remember correctly, they're the first ones that came up with the thermal shit. They came up with that before Nike, bro. Before Nike, this is deep shit, because some people are gonna get triggered, because you got Nike fanatics out here, so they're not gonna remember all this shit. But I remember seeing Under Armour, that was their main spill. They had like the breathable turtleneck shit. That was their thing, bro. And they didn't even have shoes for real. They didn't even have shoes. Their main, like when Under Armour first came out, their main thing was basically the breathable wear. That was pretty much their thing, but nobody believed it would really be breathable, because Nike wasn't even doing it for real like that, bro. Worth of product before they took it. They gave away $1 million worth of product before they. So who you talking about? You talking about Under Armour, or you talking about Big Baller Brand, bro? Who you talking about? But if you're talking about Under Armour, then yeah, because they did a lot of things, bro. But like I was only able to catch a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it definitely can't be Big Baller Brand. He wasn't giving away nothing for free. Big Baller Brand wasn't giving away nothing. Under Armour, yeah, bro, yeah, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I remember seeing that, bro, and I remember being very impressed and just seeing them literally find their way into the market. So we can't say that it's not possible. You know, for anybody that really remembers that, that's really what happened, bro. They really did that shit. Under Armour really took that before they had the shoes. All Under Armour was marketing, bro, was their thermal wear pretty much, and they had athletic gear and shit like that. And then they started doing shoes. So it's possible, but people just aren't used to seeing it develop over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with Big Baller Brand, I think that's the stage there, and we got to see it from the very beginning. Like, we got to see it from such the beginning that we even have the stories of Lonzo Ball's demo shoes breaking in Summer League. That's historic. I said this on the Flight Sports podcast, but ultimately, that shit's historic. To have your own shoe, to be the first in the league with your own shoe, you come into the game, and not only does your brand, your family brand, basically get you drafted on top of your skill set, but now also you're rocking your demo shoe. And he had, people want to hate on the shoes that Lonzo had, but I think he had dope shoes, bro. I think they were dope. You know what I'm saying? He had the Madagascars, the black. I like the all black ones with the red bottoms. You know what I'm saying? But, people didn't want to give it a chance. But it's okay, because it's going to come back. I believe it's going to come back. And this isn't just me wanting to believe it. Like, part of it is me just wanting to believe because I just think it's so much potential. But it's also because it's so much potential that I just don't see them truly letting it go. I think they just wanted to control it a bit better. They just want to control the situation a little bit more because once they're all three rocking the shoes again, because that's when it was at its biggest, when all three was rocking the shoes. It was all three rocking something. You feel me? That's when it was at its biggest, and it's going to get there again. But in order for it to get that real spike again, it's going to take Lonzo rocking the shoes, bro. LaMelo too, but because LaMelo got the whole Puma situation, I don't see that happening unless it's a collaboration for the next 2 years, 2.5, potentially, depending on how fast they bring Big Baller Brand back. But Lonzo and Jello being in the league, he's going to be a great testimony for the brand and for the family, and him killing the league and doing what he's got to do is going to be great too. But the one they need to rock those shoes is Lonzo, bro. Lonzo was destroyed for like 2.5 years because he stood fast, bro. He stood fast, bro. He was walking in the hallways with the Big Baller Brand shirt. He was walking the hallways with the Nas shirt, bro. People wanted to say Lonzo don't believe in himself, but that's a big take. Nas is one of my favorite artists, but Future is one of my favorite trap rappers as well. I can understand why a young nigga will be in love with Future, bro. Because when you in that vibe and you hustling and you grinding, Future got those bars for you, man. It just is what it is. But Nas do too. But Lonzo is a different generation, so that doesn't mean he doesn't like Nas. But he stood fast on that. That was important. You know what I'm saying? That was what Lonzo was doing back then, bro. That was the Zoe merch. That was big. Because, see, it matters. See, it's the thing. It's all about perception. It's all about the nuance of things. Because, see, right now, what we see the young boys doing is what they supposed to be doing. They taking advantage of their own life, and they doing what they gotta do. Everybody has free will, and it's meant to be this way, right? But speaking in context of the Big Baller Brand, they're kind of playing catch up low key, but they're also living out the vision of Big Baller Brand indirectly by doing their own thing, right? Like I said, LaMelo got one of one right now, and then Lonzo got Exotic that he's about to drop, right? And for all we know, bro, what I can see coming, for all we know, this could be a year. For all we know, this could be a year where Lonzo catches up to LaMelo a little bit. Because Lonzo already had his brand. That's how I know it's something going on, because I'm glad I just remembered this. Lonzo already had a brand. He just changed it. He had Apollo Zoe. Remember that athletic one? Remember that? He had Apollo Zoe. And that was like a few months ago. That was like 5 months ago. And now he's got Exotic. So what's going on right now is I feel like they're trying to figure out a way to create, if I'm looking at it from a strategic standpoint, marketing wise, because we know that LeVar has brought more people to the team. And to act like LaMelo, Lonzo, and Jello haven't been in meetings together with LeVar since the TV show is okay. Shout out to Athletic One for still being here. Thank you, bro. To act like they haven't talked to their dad or done a meeting, you know what I'm saying? They haven't done a meeting or they haven't talked about the brand together. To act like this hasn't happened since the show, I think it's just isn't, you know what I'm saying, isn't wise to think if you can pay attention to the family, you know what I'm saying. So honestly, like I just really believe like, yo, I just really believe right now Lonzo is they're trying to because Jello don't gotta worry about this. See, what's happening right now, I think honestly, is them potentially rebranding their main logos. So you know you got ZO2, you got MB1, and you got G3, right? So if you notice, ZO2, MB1, and G3 were directly linked to the Big Baller Brand shit, right? And you know the whole situation with Alec Foster is he's trying to claim that he has more ownership, basically, or he's using his ownership stake to kind of hold things in place right now. And one of his claims were, one of the claims in the atmosphere is that they won't be able to use those names. They won't be able to use ZO2, MB1, or G3. Right now, here's where it gets questionable because we've seen G3 stay down. Now, G3 could be a symbol for the Ball family state and trying to keep their names, and that's why he went so hard, right? But then he believes that it's gonna work. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Athletic. But then the Ball, when it comes to LaMelo and Lonzo, maybe they lost a little faith, right? Because they technically were the highest toted and they were dealing with the most pressure up front. You see what I'm saying? So like I think maybe they lost a little bit of the vision. Again, not like it wasn't fair, you know, it's totally understandable based on the fact that they were going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo went through a lot in his own journey, bro. A lot of peer pressure. So did Lonzo, and they both did it all alone. And Jello's having to do his all alone as well for what he had for his bad decision in China, but he's making up for it with his hard work. But they're ultimately still having to all go through these things alone. But so I think when it first started, like Exotic and 101 was genuinely, because we saw LeVar, bro, he was saying F you, all that stuff. Like I think it was real. They was really leaving. And I think, like I said, LeVar maybe had a little bit too much of a control on his hands, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to just manage the situation. And I think he just kind of succumbed to it a little bit just because Tina was, you know, such a focus for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get Dex on with you. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, bet, bro. Go ahead, Athletic. Get Dex on here, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think that, you know what I'm saying, I really believe that, like, when all that shit happened, bro, like, I think it just took LeVar, bro, like, to an extreme level of being like a general. And I think he generally, like, just kind of lost a little bit of his willingness to let them lead a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, that whole situation and, like, on Facebook when Lonzo was asking to change the name. Remember that? He was asking to change the name. To me, that was Lonzo at his wit's end. Not necessarily with his dad, but the situation. You feel me? Because I think he was just succumbing to peer pressure, and we've all succumbed to peer pressure. It's so important to acknowledge this, bro. Like, because none of us have the right decisions, none of us know the inside scoop of nobody's life, but in life in general, we have all succumbed to peer pressure, bro. And I think they just succumbed just a little bit. You know what I'm saying, Athletic? I think they succumbed, bro. It was major pressure, bro. Major. You know what I'm saying? And they went far into it, and they wasn't even involved in the design process. So they really wasn't believing in it, bro. They really was on some young kid shit, in my belief. You know what I'm saying? Not speaking on them as other men, you know what I'm saying? But, like, they just wanted to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to play basketball and be swagged up in Nike and get the sponsorship. They just didn't want, they didn't want to deal with no extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their dream. But see, the cool thing about them is that they are a Ball family. That's what makes them unique, is that their way they were raised is so loyal to the family. It's so big vision, big Baller Brand vision, that they can't help but see where their dad is coming from, because he is a genuine father, in my belief. So because he's a genuine dad that does care for them, yeah, we saw him yell at LaMelo for making a mistake, but we also saw him hug LaMelo, right? We saw him yell at LaMelo for making a mistake in Europe when they were playing in the Olympic Games, the JBA Olympics. But we also saw him give love to his son, his younger son, and let him know that, hey, look, man, you fucked up major just now. Major. But I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, and we're going to rock out through this drama that's about to happen. You get me? So it happens, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's going to be such a major story, because I really believe that not only are they all going to be on the same team, but they all going to be rocking big ball. The day that happens, like I said, this is for history. I'm going to get into more specific videos. I'm doing this, like, shout out to Athletic One, shout out to hopefully Dex that comes on here later on, and shout out to anybody that catches this video later or after. I'm doing this for history. Thanks for all the support in advance, you know. I, like everybody else, am trying to get through shit in life, bro, and so that's why I'm gonna start taking after my man Flight Sports and start doing these live streams, because it makes it a little bit easier to kind of prep and stuff like that. So, and just to get my thoughts out, because I know a lot of y'all fuck with me, man, and I want to keep building with y'all, especially when the season, Lonzo on his way to greatness. Yeah, shout out to Zian Shah. Shout out to you, bro. Lonzo on his way to greatness for sure. That's why I'm making this video, man. You feel me? Because I just want it to be documented on history that I said these things, even if they sounded outlandish, even if they sounded crazy. Because this year is gonna be one of those. This is how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like, on the lowest level, do I see it being a bust year for Lonzo? Even if the coaches are trash, even if the team is trash, I still feel like no matter what, just based on the work he's done, right? That, oh wow, thank you, brother, thank you, man. That means more than you know. You don't even know, bro. Like, I'm gonna get to talking in a minute about, you don't even know how you just doing that just helped me. But one of the things about this year is that no matter what, bro, no matter what, Lonzo's gonna be seen as somebody who improved. Period. There's no way I see Lonzo allowing himself, right, to not attack the basket this year. Period. Because that's a big part of his game that's missing, because that's why he doesn't get his lobs as much, because he wasn't able to get in his flow. But this year, and again, I feel like he always had teammates that fucked with him. Brandon Ingram. A lot of people went on hard on Brandon Ingram, bro. A lot of people said Brandon Ingram, you know what I'm saying, was hogging the ball. I don't feel like none of that was going on, bro. I think all this shit that was going on was these players who are friends trying to figure out a way to play together and help each other while dealing with their coach. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Just like LeBron back in the Lakers, like LeBron says it, like, again, some people are going to get triggered by this because their idolization of LeBron, for good or for worse, so they're not going to see what I'm saying, right? But even LeBron, bro, has to deal with it in a certain way. There's certain ways you got to do things. That's why he's always saying, I'm not the coach. Because there's assumptions that come. Even though he can make moves, there's like, you feel me, bro? Even, shout out to Free B.I. Damn, what happened to B.I., man? Where is B.I. right now? He's still in NOLA right now, right? But, yo, bro, like, it's crazy. Like that's really what be going on, bro. That's why, like, with Lonzo, like all his teams, they're gonna miss him, bro. Like, it's in the Pelicans are pretty much the type of impact that Lonzo had on the Pelicans, bro, was so understated that it's gonna make everybody go. Here's the thing: the Pelicans aren't gonna be trash. They're gonna be okay for a while because they have good players on that team. You know what I'm saying? People are just trashing because Lonzo left, which is what's gonna make them potentially break. But here's the thing: they still got players who can do things. Like, we can't forget about, this B.I. doing his bid in Pelican Bay, bro. Hey, man, listen, I still rock B.I., man. I'm just glad that I got to see B.I. like play with Lonzo long enough for me to really fall in love with B.I. even more and see how great of a player he's gonna be, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, bro, you speaking right now. I know, man. This is shit that we know. This is shit that we know, man, that we saw happen. And what we keep trying to tell people is that we saw it happen with him not even getting full trust from his coaching staff. You see what I'm saying? Guys, I'm gonna sound a little weird right now because I want to try to figure out a way to put the let me see if this is how you do it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, if you guys want to come on, We can talk for a bit. I'm down to talk to anybody, man. Just show love. It's nothing. It's nothing. No reason why y'all can't come here and chop it up with me, man. We can chop it up together. I think that's the link. I hope that looks like it's supposed to. But yeah, man, that shit's crazy, bro. Like, that's just the truth, bro. Like, this year is gonna be a year where we truly get to see. Okay, yeah, it did work out. Okay, cool. This year is gonna be a year where we truly get to see Lonzo, like, for the first time, like, because I really believe this is why I want to give credit to Zach LaVine. If we don't, like, Zach LaVine, I know for a fact was behind the scenes helping Lonzo get this situated, because Zach LaVine, right, I feel like had a similar situation to Lonzo, except he's a 2 guard. So, I honestly, I'm telling you, bro, like, to get back to what my man Zane was saying, bro, he was 3rd in plus minus, only behind Steph. Dang. If I were to say Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical, they'd call me crazy like that, bro, right? Because they just don't get his potential if he's able to just play his game and then actually you see his stats come alive. This year is gonna happen with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan on the wing. That shit is cool. Those are crazy weapons for Lonzo, bro. Those are crazy weapons, bro. And then he got Vucevic. That's a really solid center. That's gonna be able to give him some really good screens, and he's gonna pass it to him, bro. It's gonna be crazy. And that's what I'm saying. And it's unfortunate because people actually don't think it's gonna be crazy because they still look. So a lot of people are looking at DeMar DeRozan as a scrub right now. If we're being honest, let's be real. A lot of people right now, the way they're kind of like talking over DeRozan, they're not really talking about him, is because they kind of want to see more from DeRozan. But I think this is the perfect situation for DeRozan because with someone like Lonzo, man, he's gonna get so many easy buckets, and we're gonna be able to see the power of his game in the paint. He's got the perfect mid-range situation to help the Bulls, and then Zach LaVine got the perfect mid-range and three-point situation, dunk situation to help the Bulls driving power. And then you got Lonzo, who literally can do all 3 as well once he's in his flow. And he had to practice to get back into his flow, get his confidence back up. But Lonzo can do all 3. He can hit the mid-range, he can hit the 3, and he can drive. But Lonzo needs to be able to do that with space. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all talking about here. B.I., Zoe, Jordan Clarkson, man, you about to give me my feelings. Athletic. B.I., Zoe, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Zubac, Kuz. Imagine they stayed together. Dangerous. I know. That's what I think about all the time, man. I think about that shit all the time. Like, what if they stayed together? Like, what if? You know what I'm saying? But I was looking at some highlights yesterday, man. Some Lakers highlights yesterday, man. And that I almost get mad when I think about it, the LeBron and Lonzo connection, because I just can't believe how they didn't keep them together. When I see the highlights of them playing, it was so obvious that LeBron had confidence in Lonzo, bro. And he was but I think they were just doing too much off the court, bro. And everybody wanted to blame Big Baller Brand for being big. It's just like, you can't blame somebody for being great at what they do and getting attention. I get the whole drama behind Big Baller Brand and certain things they've said, but that's not the main reason, if you're being honest with yourself, that they caught the flack that they caught. It was because they're bigger than life. And not only that, but they're doing it different where they aren't, bruh. They had players in the NBA talking about they want to rock Big Baller Brand. That's success. Niggas is tripping if y'all think that's a failure. That's success. LeVar may have failed some things, you know what I'm saying? He may have not made it work out on all the terminology. He may have messed out some deals, but he didn't mess up all of them. You see what I'm saying? And either way, it's like, you got to have room to grow and get better. But either way, they have people in the league talking about, I rock Big Baller Brand, bruh. That's success to me. That's success, man. So yeah, bro, you right, bro. Like, they were still together, bruh. Like, that would have been crazy because Julius was basically unlocking. He was unloading the clip in the rebound section. He was going crazy, and that's the kind of player that Lonzo needs, on top of him doing his own rebounds. Zubac was doing his thing. Kuzma, I still believe in Kuzma, man. I still believe in Kuzma, bro. Um, I still believe in Kuzma, bro. You know, sometimes people talk so much shit about somebody, it gets hard to support them because people just don't want to believe in they don't want to believe in them at all. You know, and that's how Kuzma is dealing with that right now. But I still believe in Kuzma. If you saw what I saw in the Lakers, you know he's got too much potential. He just needs the right players, the right team system, and he had to adjust. You know, he was a sophomore last year. He had to adjust to the game, you know, like everybody else, just like Lonzo adjust. But this is that third year. We're all growing up in life. We're all on similar patterns. And sometimes it takes a while for us to get aligned, just like me. It took a while for me to get up here. That's why I want to shout out to you. I'm a shout out to you, bro, because you subbing when you sub, man, it means a lot, bro. Like, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen when I came on here, but sometimes we just got to believe in ourselves and just keep going, you know what I'm saying, and not forget the work we've put in, you know what I'm saying? So just to keep going, I'm new to this whole live streaming shit, so I want to get to all y'all questions and shit, but and what y'all think, so we can talk. Because guys, this shit is light right now. This is light work. This is just me getting on here to document some thoughts off the rip before anybody's talking about it right now. There's some people jumping in right now, but see what's gonna happen is once the season starts, niggas gonna like the hype. You know how the hype, because people are dying for basketball right now. People are hyped for some entertainment. What's gonna happen is people are gonna be looking with shit from fresh eyes, bro. So when they see Lonzo, right, their thoughts are gonna change a little bit. I'm telling you. And people are going to be forgetting, especially when we see once Lonzo and Zach LaVine introduce that Lob City shit. Once they start seeing it, just because it's going to get really crazy when it's all four of them clicking. When it's Zoe clicking with Vucevic and Zoe clicking with Zach, and then Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and Zoe clicking with DeMar DeRozan, and then they're going to have some other defenders. Then they got Alex Caruso to help back them up. They're going to be decent, bro. They're going to be decent, especially if they play the Zoe way. Because if they play the Zoe way, everybody's going to have the opportunity to find their strengths. So even when he's not on the court, they're going to be playing a certain way. That's why I believe the Pelicans, they're going to be playing well for a little bit. It's really going to be depending on the point guard, how they got a good team. I'm not going to trash the Pelicans situation, except for the fact that their coaching is unknown. So because of that, like, anything is possible with them breaking down. They could break down. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying like I'm not saying they're going to make it anywhere, like go crazy. But I believe in the bench of those players, and I believe in them players enough to know that they're not just going to go down like that. You're not going to just become trash. They're going to become like a little sleeper. But it's going to be based on the organization and how they organize that team and how they commit to the future, because now they got to deal with the morality being low. Who knows what that shit's looking like right now? The morality has got to be low. So the only reason why I see them having a fight, though, like I said, I'm not gonna like predict anything where they're gonna be in the season until it starts. I'm just speaking on them real quick. Is because of Zion's presence, bro. We can't forget Zion's presence. I think Zion is gonna have a little bit of revenge in his mouth this year because of the fact that, you know, he has been hearing all the talk as well. So, and we can't forget we saw with Zion in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it might be what he needs to take control of a team. You never know. You know what I'm saying? They just got to change the way they play, which is going to make it a little bit harder for him. But he can do it. You know what I'm saying? But to get back to my man Zion, what's the Bulls ceiling, bro? Oh, and I just wanted to say, man, thanks for subbing, bro. Like, man, it means the world, man. Like, I appreciate you, bro. Anybody want to get on and call in, they can talk, we can chop it up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, I appreciate you, bro. Like, and I just want to make this, I might sound a little dramatic for some of y'all, but it's okay. Y'all gonna get used to this on my channel. If anybody here is thinking about suicide, bro, don't do it. You know, I know it sounds I know it's like super dark, but I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't underestimate your value and don't underestimate yourself. Just keep going. So thank you, Zian, for that. You know what I'm saying? I give that to you, bro. You know, if you're thinking any dark thoughts, man, don't listen to them, bro. Same things go for you, Athletic One, Free BI. You know, just keep following your dreams, guys. But yeah, just to answer your question real quick, bro. The ceiling for the Bulls this year, in my opinion, ceiling. I'm gonna just say right now, till the season starts, because they're gonna be top 3 seed. Period. That's it. That's what I believe. So you got the Nets, You got Bucks. I mean, I think some people said they got Miami and shit in there and shit like that, but man, listen, bro. If they play the Zoe, if they let Zoe go crazy, bro, if they just give him the reins, and that's why I said I think it's gonna work, because I feel like Zach had a lot to do with this, bro. Zach LaVine, bro, he wants to win so bad right now, bro. You feel me? And I feel like he knows, like, playing with someone like Zoe could help him out, because Zach LaVine's been carrying teams by himself. So you put somebody like Zach LaVine, and see, like I said, you know, you got like a BI and different players like that who are in the position of a Zach LaVine that Lonzo's played with, but they've never gotten to play with Lonzo where he had all the reins. You see what I'm saying? To make them better, to really play a way where they only got a little bit, and that's because they wanted to do it. You see what I'm saying? The coaching staffs all got overwhelmed. I think this Bulls team is the perfect team where the coaching staff isn't going to be too overwhelmed. They're not going to feel like they have so much talent that they have to give everybody an opportunity in a certain way, but they're going to feel safe giving them opportunities, because they're going to keep Zoe at the point guard. And then they're going to realize, as long as we keep Zoe at the point guard and we got Alex Caruso in the second guard, and then we can switch out Kobe White and Alex Caruso back and forth when Zoe's resting, then, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to have Zach LaVine in there. Like, they're going to be fine, bro. They just got to play the certain way. And that's why, we understand. People that follow the situation, the Ball family, understand it's not easy to see. After a while, you start to understand it's not easy to see, for people to see the potential, because it's almost like you're deifying a person, right? Like, you're saying this person's God. And you're saying, like, oh, how is this person able to take, quote unquote, trash? And I don't believe the Bulls were trash before, in the sense of, like, any player that made it to the NBA is somebody that deserves respect, you know what I'm saying? But obviously we're comparing based off of the league, right? But the truth of the matter is, bro, it's because we've seen it happen over and over and over again. You know, the Ball family way is to take the worst team and make them the best team. It's to prove a point. It's to prove a point, not just to how great I am at what I do, but how great I am at what I do and making my team better because of how we play. And it's not just about me. You see what I'm saying? And people are going to see that eventually. You know, people are going to see that eventually. So, Zian, my take is, I see the Bulls top 3 seed. That's just right now my pre-take. You know what I'm saying? Once I see the first 5 games, really, I got to see the first 5 games, and I'll be able to give my real predictions. First 10 games, and I'm going to be back on here. But I'm going to be back on here regardless. So that's what I think right now, bro. Top 10 seed. Top 5, top 3 seed right now in the East. That's what I think. Let's see. I want lower expectations for them because it sets them up to make a statement. You talking about the Chicago Bulls? Yeah, bro. Like, I think it's just is what it's meant to be that way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make a statement regardless. You feel me? They're gonna make a statement regardless, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, it just is what it is, bro. Like, it's gonna be magical, bro. I can feel it, bro. I can feel it, man. It's gonna be magical, bro. Like, Lonzo looks so lit in that Bulls jersey. It's crazy. Like, it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because, like, I allow my fandom to come out a little bit because I do get excited because I know I'm not a stan. Like, I don't idolize any man. I don't worship any man, you know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. But Lonzo Ball is the first player that I've ever gotten to see from high school to college to the NBA. And during that time, I got to witness history on a major level. And it's just different history. We talking about 2K shit. We talking about coming into the league with your own brand. That's 2K. And then you got 2 other brothers that are just as swaggy as you know what I'm saying, and can hold their own on the court just like you can. Lonzo only got the issue, the pressure that he got because it was such a polarizing situation and he wasn't perfect. But anybody that was watching those games know that he was impacting everything. He was impacting everything, bro. Everything in the game. Everything, bro. And it's just crazy how people just literally just chose not to see it. But yeah, bro. Like, you know, I think it is what it is. The lower expectations. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you pre-BI, bro. That's why I'm doing these videos now. Because, like you said, there's low expectations right now. It's just the early part of the season. We always see the early bias, all this stuff. Bro, This season's gonna be different, bro. This year is different. There's a lot going on with this year. There's a lot going on with a lot of shit in the world right now. Spiritually, we're growing. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It's happening. The world is growing. The world is shifting. We as divine beings are growing and shifting as well. It doesn't matter what religion you believe, what practice you practice. It's happening in all of them. It's happening, bro. And that's why I said there's no way in hell that Lonzo hasn't noticed that he's influenced the league. There's just no way in hell, bro. Even if his confidence is super low right now, he's got to have realized his impact on the league by now. He's got to have seen it. He's got to have seen it somewhere in the business and in the league, bro. For crying out loud, I mentioned this earlier, Montrezl Harrell has dropped his own shoe. Them shits is hard as fuck. This shit is hard as fuck. Lonzo needs to get back on the train, but he gotta do athletic. All right, bad athletic. Shout to you, bro. Shout to that, man. That's crazy. Lonzo has to focus on clearing, the space. So they gotta do. I'm not telling another man what he has to do with his time or his focus or his priorities. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But like I said, guys, what you guys are gonna know about my show is, like I said, I'm not a stats guy. I don't start talking about stats until the season starts, bro. Because I only use stats to prove a point. Because most people nowadays, the points they use stats for is either to say their player is the greatest player or this player is the most trash player. We saw that with Lonzo Ball, and I just think Lonzo Ball's situation is so unique. It's just so unique, bro, that we have to observe it differently, and it has to be based off of win shares and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that was impacted as well because the coaching wouldn't let him, really do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just one of those things, bro. But back to Free BI, bro. Lower expectations. That's why I'm making this video, and that's why I'm making these videos before the season starts, like I was supposed to do last year. But I had some shit in life get in my way, but it was meant to be. Everything is everything. Or I got in my own way a little bit with my confidence and just, what up, Dex? What up, Dex, boy? You know what I'm saying? I had to just get my confidence back. I had to just get back into my flow of, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, really get back into my life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I'm glad the lower expectations are here right now because, oh shit, hold on, let me see. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, what's up, Dex?
What it do? I see you here. Open up that portal.
Hey, shout out to the chat. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I was just talking.
I got sucked into the vortex.
Hey, man, nah, that's just love, bro. Y'all don't even know, bro. Like, y'all showing me support right now. You don't even know, bro. It's my first live stream, so it means more than you know, man. It means more than you know, bro. But let me finish telling Free BI this situation, man. Like, at the end of the day, bro, this is how I feel about it, bro. Like I said, I came on here right now, like people like Dex and you guys, so y'all can know, like, that remember me, or like that will see me in the rest of the year, because this is what's gonna happen. I'm telling y'all, like, because Jello, even if there's more drama with Jello, I still believe he's gonna find a team. But even with that, right, him being seen in Summer League was major for us. That was major for what we believe in. That was major for the family. That was major only because some people literally just didn't even know how good he could shoot. Just didn't even see his shot. Like, they just don't do research at all. Some people just literally go off the headlines and live and just go off for emotion, man. So Jello coming in and people at least seeing that he can compete is important for the brand overall. But see, what's going to happen this year with the Bulls, right? What's going to happen this year with the Bulls? Because see, people aren't this is what it is. People are underestimating how much Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are about to give the reins to Lonzo. I think people really don't think, like, because if they did, then they would be trying to protect their takes a little bit more, and they'd be saying more objective things to protect themselves. That's why certain people, they can't backtrack because they trashed Lonzo and the family so hard that their soul is convicting them, and they don't know how to address it anymore, but keep digging the same hole. You understand what I'm saying, Free BI? So it's like, what's going to happen this year? I feel it, bro. Because other players see what goes on in the league, bro. And I'm not going to go too deep into this shit right now on this podcast, but like the world that we live in, Dex, you know how I am, bro. It's part of my channel, bro. Like I said, this world is deeper, bro. It's bigger shit. in the world. I don't want to trick anybody right now. Don't worry, but this whole, these people in these leagues, bro, they're all connected to higher things, okay? And a lot of them are in brotherhoods, okay? I'm gonna speak lightly on this right now. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm gonna save some of this for later on when I get really deep into it, depending on what drama comes up in the season and shit like that. Another brother that has a similar takes like I do is Judah. I forget his Chronicles of Judah.
Chronicles of Judah.
You know that channel, right? Yeah. He's similar. I kind of look at things the way he does, but a little bit more, even a little bit more objectively in regards to the fact that I don't believe all Freemasons are bad, right? I believe it's red and blue. It's a very deep thing. I'm not gonna get into it right now. It's very Star Wars though. It's very Sith and Jedi. The Sith are those Freemasons that are aware of their sovereignty here on Earth, so they want to take control of things for themselves. Right? They don't want anyone else to know their sovereignty, and that's why they're on the red side. That's why they're the Sith. But the blue side of Freemasons are people who are aware of their sovereignty here on Earth, but they want other people to learn about it. That's why the more you dig into this information, you can't escape the Freemason situation. But it's always complex because you have people intermingling with each other and things of that nature. But the point I'm making is, I believe, this is what I believe, okay? It just is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and speak on it. It's my channel. I'm gonna speak on it. I believe that a lot of these NBA players are Freemasons, right? Again, we're not speaking about it in regards to Illuminati right now. I'm not going too dark, but like I said, it's not all dark. It's not all dark. Some people are born into it. Some people they make their own decisions to go into it. I would advise anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, just do a little bit of your own research so you can understand where I'm coming from before you think I'm saying anything that I'm not saying, right? But I believe it was like on some shit where Zach LaVine, right, and other players and some players, because Lonzo has built this friendship with other players, but I feel like Zach LaVine is one of those players who saw because we gotta think Chicago's in a big city, and if you talk about, and again, I know some people are gonna think I'm bringing conspiracies into it, but I'm really not. I'm just giving y'all another perspective, bro. I'm really, Dex is solid for getting on here, bro. Shout out to you, Athletic One. I won't forget this, bro. Thank you. And I will be getting to all the comments. I'm just still talking to BBI right now. And Dex, thank you for being on here, bro. And you can jump in whenever you want. Like I said, I'm just trying to clarify why I'm answering it this way. Because what's gonna happen is, bro, once the season starts, people are, it's gonna be magical. People are gonna forget. I'm telling y'all, especially if the first 10 games go well. Here's the thing about the league. You start doing bad, people are gonna talk about it. You start doing good, people are gonna talk about it. That's how it's supposed to be, right? It ain't supposed to be just like, oh, we just believe this, that, and third. No. It's based on what we've seen. But see, what's gonna happen though with the Lonzo situation, it's gonna be so transcendent. This is what I just believe, bro, because I believe Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are gonna really give him the opportunity to lead them, bro. We're gonna see Zach LaVine getting rebounds, running up the court, and then boom, pass to Lonzo. We're gonna see that shit, bro, happen a lot, bro. And then what's gonna happen, because they did that and they were able to do that by their coaches, they're gonna be able to develop their game, bro. That's what Kuzma was able to do. We were looking at Kuzma because once you, oh shit, what happened, Dex? You probably something what happened with your phone. Hopefully you get back on here. But we were seeing Kuzma literally blowing up. Because what happens is once they play with Zoe, they are able to develop their own games in a certain way, bro. They're able to develop their games in a certain way. So let me get to the rest of the comments. But yeah, I'm only making these videos right now because the videos that I make during the season are gonna be, I'm gonna have I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go into more detail because it's gonna be a full game that we're gonna talk about. I'm really ready to break it down in my way with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really believe that what's gonna happen is once the season starts for the Bulls, bro, people are just gonna forget that they've been talking all this shit, and they're gonna just start giving because it's gonna be. I feel like he's gonna look more transcendent than we've ever seen him look. We're gonna see UCLA Lonzo back, but with more muscles, bro. And we're gonna see him in the lab. We're gonna see him dunking. We're gonna see him doing all. My great uncle is a Prince Hall. He starts Go ahead, boy. Speak on Athletic One. At least, see, that's why, man. That's why I fuck with y'all, cause I know y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, bet. So y'all already know where I'm going on with this shit, bro. Y'all already know where I'm going on with this shit. So, like, like it is what it is. And Chicago's a big space for Masons. Okay, I'm not, like I said, this isn't nothing negative. It's only considered negative because of the unknowns around it. Only because there are people that take advantage of this wisdom for their own benefit. You see what I'm saying? Oh, for real, Athletic One. I'm actually in Mississippi right now myself, bro. But let me try to keep in touch with these comments. But yeah, that's what it is. When the season starts, people are gonna forget that they've been talking about this shit. Lonzo's gonna be in the running for most improved player. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But Lonzo's gonna be most improved player, and then they're gonna be in the top 3, top 5. Him keeping them in the top 3, top 5. Like I said, what's gonna happen in the side is Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. They're gonna up their stock like crazy playing with Zoe. It's gonna be unbelievable because DeMar DeRozan's gonna eat up the paint. DeMar DeRozan, he's not even gonna have to shoot threes the way they're gonna be playing, in my opinion. Because you know Boosh shoots threes as well, but it's gonna be crazy in my opinion, bro. All they gotta do is give the ball to Zoe, and all Zoe has to do is believe and keep playing. Let me see what. So that's what's gonna happen. That's why I wanted to make this video real quick for BBI and stuff like that, because people are gonna forget, and I wanted these videos to be out here because I only have videos from last year, and I don't want people to think I'm trying to catch up when I start making videos for the season. No. Me, Dex, Free BI, Zen, Athletic One, Rave, Flight Sports, AB the Hero, Ball Facts, Barbershop Talks, Pastor Bishop Ramon, DJ's Wrong Cut, all of shit. Even what's his name? Juju and what's his name? P and Dope. I can't remember this shit. But we all know what's about to happen, and so I just wanted to put this out here now because it's gonna be so. Because again, there are things that I believe are gonna happen in the season, bro. With Big Baller Brand, like there's no way. That's what I'm trying to tell people. There's no way the whole season's gonna happen, and there's no Big Baller Brand news. People are asleep with the thing that's gonna happen, bro. It's already been news already. You see what I'm saying? Even if Jello isn't on the Hornets, which I'm hoping that he is on the Hornets with LaMelo. But either way, there's going to be Big Baller Brand news, but it's not going to be, Alan Foster won the case and it's over for Big Baller Brand. I just don't see it happening like that personally, but you know, we'll see what happens, right? But Zen, so you said we live in a microwave society. Everyone wants their meal straight away, no patience. Yeah, I agree, bro. That's why the Lakers, like Dex said, I think it was Dex or Athletic One, who spoke about the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all lost due to people just wanting a microwave society, bro. Even when LeBron came, and that's what sucks, is that LeBron came, and I actually don't believe LeBron was the reason for those kids being traded. I mean, in regards to him directly doing it, right? His influence in regards to his presence is wild. I believe Luke Walton couldn't even coach properly, and he started to really fuck with Lonzo after that. Like Lonzo, like once LeBron came, Lonzo couldn't even miss 3 layups in a row. Like once LeBron came, like if Lonzo missed 3 layups in a row, bro, we knew that he was about to get subbed out. It's crazy. That's how crazy it was. But it's hard to remember because it was so much that happened. But that's how crazy it was. And that's why now I realize LeBron was doing his cool with Luke Walton. I thought LeBron was against the Lakers players, the young youth players, because I was starting to believe in the rumors about LeBron and how he wants to ruin every team. But now I see him so differently as a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that anymore. You know, I think it was him being frustrated with the fact that the Lakers, that Luke Walton and Gene Buss weren't moving like Magic Johnson, because Magic Johnson was supposed to be that new fresh take for the Lakers, and they weren't trusting that. That's why Magic Johnson said, "Yo, I'm tired of bringing this up too. People keep bringing up Magic Johnson and how he said Lonzo is, you know what I'm saying, basically, was gonna be in the Raptors. People keep making that sound like it's trash. People keep saying they respect Magic Johnson, but keep saying that his take is trash. And it's like, bro, you either respect a visionary or you don't respect it, bro. It's like, that's not respectful. There's a reason why Magic Johnson is sticking to his guns with Lonzo Ball, because he's thinking about history. We talking about one of the greatest point guards to ever do it. Yeah, and he said that. And so it's gonna be crazy, bro. Like this year, people are gonna forget, but they're not gonna forget. It is what it is, man. Let me get to y'all questions, bro. I've been spazzing. Dex, I hope you come back on here, bro. Hope I know you can come back. I got some shit going on. Exactly, bro. How can people trash Kuzma? Zoe showed us what he could be. Don't make sense. Exactly, bro. Like it's just people don't think about things in that way, bro. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I still believe in Kuzma. I think he just got because the way Lonzo plays, right? He does a lot of the work for the team because a lot of people don't realize a lot of Lonzo's work is like Steph Curry's work. He runs the floor. That's actually why, like, he doesn't have to be, even though, but the difference is Lonzo's a little bit more involved, a lot more involved in the offense and the overall play. But so is Steph, except Steph just runs a little bit more than Lonzo, just a little bit more than Lonzo, where he doesn't have the ball as much because he shoots threes more. But other than that, that's part of Lonzo's game is that people don't look at is how he runs the floor. When he passes the ball, he's always moving. When he passes it to you, he moves because he knows that the court's gonna move. And that's why certain credit has to be given to players because some of it's not just basketball. Some of the basketball IQ is practice, and then some of it's just intuition. And that's when you have to give certain players their credit, like a LeBron James, to be able to be in position, right? So yeah, I agree with you, Free Guy. Bro, you're a real G. I'm from the UK. If your cash app doesn't work, but if you know any other payment exchange, I want to support it. Wow, man, that's crazy, bro. I don't even have that's crazy. I don't have no comments for that right now. Like I'm literally shocked that you even said that. Yeah, man. That means a lot, bro. I'm a work. I wasn't even thinking about Cash App or nothing like that. Honestly, bro. But now I gotta think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, oh shit, I do have a Cash App. I'll send it to you, bro. If you're still on here, I'll send it to you, man. Because that does anything can help, man. But yeah, wow, thanks, Ian. That means a lot more than you know, bro. Like I said, anybody listening, man, like, just keep going. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. That's what I was talking about, B.I. I seen that as well. Let me put this Cash App in here, bro. Gotta be on point, man. Shout out to Zian, man. Shout out to you, Zian. I'll never forget you, bro. Don't stay with me, man. And you guys are gonna be getting like dope shit on the channel. I just gotta get everything built up, man. But you see, Zoe just registered another brand called Exotic. Yeah, that was what I was referencing earlier. Let me put this in here real quick, guys. That's what I was referencing earlier because I think they're trying to create other brands underneath Big Baller brand right now. I think they're trying to reclaim their nicknames. You see what I'm saying? Because it might be a situation. Oh, I didn't get to say this. That's why I'm glad you mentioned that, FBI. I think it's a high probability. When I was speaking about that Alan Foster shit, I really think it's a high probability, guys, that literally they settle out of court. Like I feel like it's a high probability that they settle out of court. They settle out of court. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, only if, like I said, only if both sides had to do with it. You know what I'm saying? If both sides had something to do with the falling out, then I believe they'll settle out of court because they both have to accept responsibility and they're not going to want it to be a whole thing. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think they're gonna settle out of court. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. And I just feel like Zoe's. I like both names that he had, Apollo Zoe and Exotic. But I think Exotic is more of a brand. It's more of a general. It's more of a better brand name than Apollo Zoe. Even though Apollo Zoe is good too, but it's sometimes a brand. When you make a brand just based off of your name, you gotta be real careful with that because a lot of you know, when it comes to product, people prefer things that aren't personal in regards to like it being about a person. That's why you'll see people following a product page on Instagram longer than they follow a personal person because a person can trigger people to like them and not like them one day and the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. So Exotic, I like that because it sounds more like an overall brand. Exotic, One of One, and G3. I'm telling you, Big Baller Brand gonna come back, man. Let me get to these questions though, y'all. Let me get that kind of Zian, you kind of took me off guard, bro, saying you wanted to cash at me, man. Like, owners of the bank, yeah. Yep, Dex is a solid one. A1 since day one. Hope Dex should come back on here, bro. I think Dex like he's just talking right now. But yeah, guys, like I really think it's owners of the banks. Yep, it's deep. And Big Baller Brand is coming in here saying you guys can be Big Baller Brand, but basically don't have to wear our shoes. That's deep. That's deep. You see what I'm saying? That's deep. So, like I said, I'm touching on it a little light with the Mason stuff because I really like Chicago's a big Mason city, man. That's a big space for Masons, you know what I'm saying? That's a big center space. So I really believe, because I think that's what I'm saying. I think Lonzo, bro, he's gonna have a transcendent season because he's in a lot. Because anybody that knows about the Masons for real, and again, I'm not saying that Lonzo is this or not. I mean, there's certain assumptions that I have about people in the NBA and their positions at this point based on my wisdom and what I've learned in the world. You understand? That's why they say everybody's a Freemason. That's a success. It kind of is true, but people have been saying that when they think about the negative, and it's important that people say that when they understand the people who built the world to be great as well are Masons as well. It's not just people who have sacrificed their children or fucking eating babies and shit like that. That's not the truth of it. If you really dig into it, it really just is what it is. But the thing about it is, I feel like this year will be a year because I was just looking at all those things, right? I was just looking at all those different dots, and I'm like, damn, Chicago. And when you think about again the fraternity of Masonry, bro, like certain things go on the bigger stage, bro. Like even LeBron, right? LeBron signing Lonzo to Clutch. People don't understand how deep of a move that really was. Like people don't understand how deep of a move that really was, in my opinion. That was major protection for Lonzo by LeBron James. I'm just gonna put that out there right there. LeBron helping Lonzo and Lonzo deciding to sign with Clutch. Major protection, major move. Okay, in the real world of this game. Bro, you just made me realize that's why Zoe makes everyone better. It's because of his selfless personality. And on a spiritual level, the ones who were the most selfless in history achieved the most. Speak on it, bro. You speaking, bro. That's why, bro, anybody that remembers, this is when Lonzo became one of my favorite players. I'm gonna tell y'all. It was his Lakers season, right? The first year. Because he was becoming a favorite player of mine. But like I said, I don't dive into idol worship like that. So it takes a while for me to like put my feelings into another person in a certain way like this. You know, even making the videos, I was hesitant about making videos because I'm like, I can't be making no YouTube channel where I'm just talking about one person and their family. Like, I can't do that. And I had to really sit back and figure out how I was going to do it in a way that made sense to me, to where I wasn't in a certain energy that made me feel like I was being biased, right? So that's why I'm in this space now. And that's why I'm, shout out to everybody that's here now. We're part of y'all, part of my history. I appreciate every single one of y'all. But yeah, bro, it's true. Oh, but Lonzo became my favorite player that first season with the Lakers when he was receiving all of that hatred. It was unbelievable. All the hate he was getting, right? But every press conference I saw this boy in, man, he was just looking like a solid man. A solid man with integrity. Never threw his teammates under the bus. We talking about rookie. Man. We talking about rookie year. You drafted number 2 under Big Baller Brand, Magic Johnson, all this shit happening, right? And you not even getting the trust from the coach to really play the game. You just making shit happen. You making shit happen right now, right? And literally every press conference, this man was getting questioned about everything, and he handled it like a G. He handled it like a gangster, man. You feel me? And so to me, that's something that just I'll never forget about seeing Lonzo, because I've never seen another player go through that much scrutiny besides like a LeBron James or a Zion Williamson a little bit. Not even LaMelo really. LaMelo went through the scrutiny before he got to the league. You know what I'm saying? But Lonzo got all the scrutiny when he was at the league because everybody wasn't paying attention to him in high school or in college. Even though he was drafted high, it wasn't like everybody was really paying attention to. They were, but they weren't. They were, but they weren't. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was drafted high, but and they were really all loving him. They were all projecting him high, but it was a weird thing. It was like just another draft class situation. But once he got to UCLA and really changed it that year, that's when it started bubbling. But then LeVar started to speak a little bit more, and then that's when he lost to De'Aaron Fox, right? And then I think and then LeVar just started, after he lost to De'Aaron Fox, that situation, LeVar went into overdrive marketing and doing what he had to do to make sure people didn't forget what Lonzo could bring to the table. Because I think he knew it would affect his confidence, because everybody forgets that Lonzo was literally playing that game while realizing that his mother had just had a heart attack. I mean, that's historic too. We try to tell people, like, all this shit is historic. And this year is the year, we really believe that this year is the year that, like, it's going to happen where it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to happen this year, like, for real. He's selfless. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. His selflessness is what makes him unique. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody on here, bro. Let's see. Bro, because I'm using VCAT, can you catch me? Doesn't allow me to transfer money overseas. That's why I actually, Oh, you said if I know any other one. Yeah, I do. I would have to get it. I have to figure out a way to do it though. Do you have Zelle, Zian? Do you have Zelle? Oh, I don't even have that app anymore. Fuck. PayPal. My PayPal's fucked up, man. I don't even know, bro. Shit, bro. If you subscribe, that's enough, bro. I know you'll be back on here again, bro. Like, you feel me? Yeah, I can't even think of it right now. I don't want to stall the video too much, just trying to think about money or anything. But just so you know, you even telling me that you were willing to support me, man, means the world, bro. Like, and I'll never forget it, man. So, I can't think of any other application right now that I have. I think I need to make another PayPal. But yeah, bro, what systems do you use? What's a good one for you to use that you use, Dean? And maybe I can get that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, like, damn, Dex, where you went, bro? But he showed up though. That was love, man. That was love. They say something. But yeah, guys, that's all really. I just wanted to make this a quick. It was just meant to be historical, guys. All I'm saying with this video is that people are gonna forget what they said, bro. They're gonna forget what they've been saying this whole time. Once the Bulls start their season, bro, because people underestimate that was a big pickup to get Caruso as well. Huge. That's gonna be big for them. In that point guard position, to really help Lonzo take some breaks when he needs it, even though he's gonna get so many minutes. So it's gonna be dope. But yeah, that's why I made this video, guys. I'm gonna make another video soon about LaMelo. I'm gonna make my prediction about LaMelo, my hot takes on LaMelo, and I'm making a prediction about Jello as well. But this video is just to tell people, bro, about Lonzo Ball, bro. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. Most improved. He's gonna be on an all defensive team this year. Okay. Yeah, bro. It's gonna be beautiful. And he's gonna make Zach LaVine look transcendent, and he's gonna make DeMar DeRozan come back to life again. So, to everybody on here that was on here today, I appreciate y'all love, man. I appreciate the support, man. This is just a quick talk. Damn, I wish I could have gotten some more talk with Dex, but I appreciate the support, Dex. I know Athletic One, if you're still on here, shout out to everybody that was on here today, man. It means more than you know. Zian, man, thank you for your support, bro. I'm gonna find a way to try to get that with you. Hit me up in the community tab, bro, or hit me up in the comment section. Let's chop it up, man. We'll figure something out. But just keep a lookout for my next videos. I'll be dropping them soon, man. And I appreciate you guys. Like I said, if any negativity is on your mind, stay away from that shit. Don't worry about it. If you're thinking suicidal thoughts, fuck that shit. Life is too big and too important, you know what I'm saying? And never give up on your dreams. Never give up on what's possible. Just keep going. And I think that's all I got for you guys today, man. So that's it for this one. I'll be back again with another one, man. And this is the beginning of great things. And just shout out to everybody that showed love on the stream, man. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I'm looking forward to the season. The season's gonna be crazy. But like I said, I'm gonna drop another video soon. Maybe tomorrow, the next day, or maybe even later today, talking about LaMelo and Jello. So be ready for that, guys. Thank you guys. Sub to the channel. Shout out to everybody, man. Keep doing your thing. Don't give up. Shout out to Zian. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. So shout out to you guys. Peace and love to everyone. I'm out.